Hello, 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 friends. Happy stormy Tuesday, right? Blah, not exactly inspiring, but that's when we find our own inspiration, right? From within or from our wiggly brew. Yeah, no, she'll get you fired up until she's ready to go inside, then it's all over. But she's got you for a good 10 seconds. You're solid. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today for another variation of a circuit workout. So you guys know I love circuit workouts for a lot of reasons. I'm not going to bore you to death with it, but love it. And it's especially great on a day like today, or any weekday, really, if you have a Monday to Friday job or any day that you're working, right? It's so awesome to be able to kind of pre-write a workout, set a timer, and just do it. Don't count reps. Don't do anything, but just work. Let your body take over, let your mind check out. I've definitely had one of those days today where I am ready to do that. So let's do some work. So all you're gonna need today, equipment-wise, is some wall space and a yoga mat, or whatever it is that makes you comfy, cozy in the floor. All you're gonna need today. We are doing a body weight circuit. Not only body weight, we're doing body weight combos. So we're working either a combination exercise, meaning 2 or more exercises into one exercise, or working multiple muscle groups in one exercise. Oh, that's some thunder. So guys, just a heads up, it is about to storm, I think pretty severely here in my area. So if I happen to lose power, or yeah, you see why Rizzo just cheesed it. She hates storms. So if we lose power or lose Wi-Fi, or it sounds like it's getting really scary, the video might end. So just a heads up there. So anyways, back to what we were talking about, body weight circuit combos. So a lot of times people misconstrue body weight for easy. Oh, I don't want to do just a body weight workout. Body weight, bleh. Guys, think about your body weight. Take any sort of emotion out of it, take any sort of feelings, any judgment, take all of that away and just think about your body weight. Even if you weigh, what's the lightest adult weight? 100 pounds that you would think of, Let's say you weigh 100 pounds. Let's say you weigh 85 pounds. Think about picking up something that weighs 100 pounds. Picking up something that weighs 85 pounds. That's a lot of weight to carry throughout your life, to move on one hand, to move on 2 hands, 1 foot. Think about that. Body weight is not easy. It's just different. So we're going to explore some of that today. So 1 minute of work, 20 seconds off, 8 total exercises. We'll go through that 4 times. On the timer, it's about 46 minutes. So I'm not going to talk much longer so we can get going and get in and out of here. So that's really all you need to know. 4 rounds, yeah. Add music. Circuit's a great time to add music because you don't really, again, you can kind of be out of your head and just enjoy what's happening around you. Let your brain enjoy some music while your body does some work. Modify as needed. There's definitely modifications available in these exercises, even though it's body weight. I can show you some variations there. And as always, if you have any questions, you need to modify something, you don't know how, or you're just like, Tracy, what the heck are you doing? I can't keep up with your fast talking. Shoot me a comment if you're working out with me live, or send me a message or leave a comment if you're working out with me after the fact. I got into this because I love to coach, so I love to help people out. So please let me know if you need my help. And lastly, please like, share, subscribe, all of those things that get people paying attention to our social media, paying attention to what we're doing here, and hopefully joining in. It is fun to work out with a group. It's been a long time since I've got to do any group fitness. And last, if you wish to donate any funds for these classes, Venmo at Strong Style Fit No-ness is where you will find me. Somebody pesky took Strong Style Fitness on a lot of platforms before I could. But you'll see this logo, you'll know it's me. Any donations are greatly appreciated. If you can't give, that's okay too. I'm just glad you're here. All right, guys, so I am going to grab a drink of water, check on the video, and then we will come back and we will get started. I'll show you the first exercise before we get started, and then after that, I'll just show you them in between our breaks, so there's not a whole bunch of setup. Again, no equipment to worry about, so easy peasy-ish. All right, guys, I'll see you in just a sec. I'll be right back. All right, friends, so our first exercise, again, these are all going to be combinations. Most of them are going to be combinations combining multiple exercises into one. I think we have a one-ish exercise that's going to be just working multiple muscle groups with one exercise. So our first one is going to be an alternating squat with a curtsy. So what does that look like? We're going to squat to the middle, come up, but not all the way up. Squat to the middle, come up, curtsy back. Squat to the middle, curtsy back. So we're keeping the movement where we're just kind of staying in that mid-range, like we're pumping a bicycle pump, not coming all the way up, letting the pressure out, all the way down, pressure out, all the way down, okay? All right, so I'm gonna lean forward, I'm gonna start the timer, and it's gonna be go time. As soon as you see my little head pop back into this frame, it's time to work. All right, guys, let's do it. Good, so make sure you don't forget your squat to the middle, and then your curtsy. Squat to the middle, then your curtsy. Again, we're staying kind of in that mid-range. So we're coming up a little, so we have a place to go, but we're not coming all the way up. Now, if hovering in this middle is too much for your knees, then you can definitely come up, squat, up, curtsy, okay? So that is an option for sure. Your curtsy, you want to make sure you're keeping your curtsy pretty close. Sometimes we err on the side of making these huge curtsies in our lunges. You want to keep them pretty narrow. Ooh, don't lose your balance. You want to keep them pretty narrow. We got 5 seconds. All right, we got 20-second break. Now guys, this one's not going to be for the faint of heart. We're going to do an inchworm and shoot the moon at the end of our inchworm. I'll just show you when we get there. But there are modifications. I'll show you the fullest version at the beginning, and I'll show you modification. Again, not for the faint of heart. We're challenging ourselves today, right? So we inchworm out, shoot the moon. We would pull a knee in, shoot it out, open up, down, walk it back. I'll show you one more on the other side because we're going to alternate, and then I'll show you the modification. So knee pulls up and in, open, rotate it back, walk it in. So variation, if you're not quite ready to shoot the moon yet, walk it out, pull a knee in, and just rotate. Or if your rotate's that small, that's fine, but just rotate, pull it back, walk it back. All right, so you don't get through a ton of those in a minute. That's okay. It's about building that stability, that upper body strength, that core strength. It's not about knocking out as many as you can super quick. It's about having really good form. So we're going to get set up in a sumo squat. All right, so we're going to sumo squat, knee lift. Sumo squat, knee lift. Sumo squat, knee lift. Balance is a little off on my right today. It helps pick a focal point. There we go. That's not moving. Good, so we squat and we lift. Get our toes pointed out. Our knees are pointing out. And when we knee lift, that knee stays open. Try to set that foot down softly. Don't thud it back down into the ground. Woo. All right, guys. So we're going to do a on the wall diamond push-up. It's going to be hard for me to show because you can't really see through me to see the wall. So I'm going to try to show you from the front, and then I'll get to work myself. So we're going to have diamond grip. So you're gonna be on the wall. Just like any wall push-up, make sure you have your body angled. You're gonna have your hands like this, making a little diamond. You're gonna lower your chest to your hands, elbows stay down, and push out. Okay, so you should feel that in your triceps quite a bit. Now, the wall is just super easy peasy for you. If you want to do this on your knees or on your up on your toes, please feel free. When you get to the top, fully extend those arms, squeeze that chest, drop down, tricep, squeeze up. Good. So, when you're here, it's a lot of tricep work. When you get to the top, squeeze that chest together at the top. All right, so we're gonna go into chair pose for our next round. So our feet are gonna be side by side, but we don't want our heels together. So put your toes together, but then let your heels kind of fall into line naturally. Not like that. See how I'm flared? Sit your hips back like you're in a squat. Knees are zipped up, touching, squeezing together. We're gonna reach up, neck long, shoulders down, sweep to the side, up, sweep to the side, up, sweep to the middle, up, holding low. Tanisha, if you're here, this is for you. Good, make sure you're keeping those neck long, not shoulders up here, shoulders down. Good. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna come down to the floor. We're gonna be on the floor for the last 3 exercises. On the floor, we're gonna start with a V-sit with a bow and arrow. I'm gonna show you the modified version. I recommend, unless your core is incredibly strong, you stay in this modified version. So for a V-sit, we're gonna have our feet up like this, knees bent, lightly hold behind your knees, pull your chest up, sit back till you feel that core catch you, not your back, the front. From here, we're gonna pull back like we're shooting a bow and arrow. Let it go. Pull back, let it go. So we're working the back of those shoulders and the back, that's squeezing. Really imagine you've got a heavy band that you're having to pull with all your might. Now, full version, if your core is nice and strong, you can come up. I just feel like that when I do that, while I can't hold it, I feel like at some point I lose focus on this. My core starts to struggle. I start using my hip flexors. Everything just kind of a mess. So I like to just keep here, challenge myself by how far I'm leaning back, and then I can really focus on the bow and arrow too. Let's come down to bridge. So we're on our backs, feet in line with our hips. We're going to push up, calf raise at the top, lower down. Push up, squeeze those calves, lower down. We squeeze that booty at the top and then lift those heels, drop them down and lower. Squeeze, up, down. Squeeze, up, down. Even getting some calf work in this class today. We don't get a lot of calf work. Perfect. So we're gonna just roll over to our belly, and we're gonna do one of my favorites that if you work out with me, you surely have done time and time again. It's just so good. It's such a great combination exercise. We're gonna do Superman lat pulls. So most of you are gonna know exactly where to go. We're gonna have our legs straight up behind us, not flared open, straight behind us. Roll those shoulders back, arms out into a V. We squeeze everything in our back body. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Elbows to ribs. Out, down. Squeeze and lift. So guys, it's all about squeezing those muscles to lift. So it's not about flopping yourself up as hard as you can, as fast as you can, as high as you can. It's about how hard are you squeezing those muscles to lift. Chances are your lift is not going to be very high, and that's fine. It's how intensely are you feeling your booty squeeze, your back squeeze. Beautiful, friends. We've got a minute and a half break. Round one complete. So body weight, not so easy, right? So the next round, you'll get even better work because you're not learning what each move is. You're not waiting for me to describe it. So you'll be able to really just jump in and get that full metal work. I always say be patient with the first round. It's always a little clunky. You've got to learn. I've got to explain. The next 3 rounds will go super smoothly. So keep taking your break. You've got just under a minute. I'm going to pop around, check on the video. Be right back. Ooh. All right, so we've got just over 30 seconds. So keep kind of thinking about, think ahead. What could I have done a little differently? What felt clunky? Should I modify this? Go ahead and start kind of pre-planning. That's the beauty of this break. 20 seconds, keep thinking. There's something you just weren't getting that you need to go back to. Just kind of pre-prepare so you're ready to work. I know we've thrown a couple more difficult things in. Throw some new things in. So don't worry, I'll keep coaching you through it, but I'm gonna get started right away with each timer instead of kind of waiting and explaining. All right, so alternating squat with the curtsy. Squat, curtsy, oof, squat, curtsy. Every now and then, I have to be so careful with my curtsies, because sometimes it's just like a direction my knee does not want to go. Good. Again, we're hovering in this kind of mid-range. So we're not coming super high. We're not coming up out of the work and down. "15 seconds. "5 seconds, almost there. Good job. We got our break. Sorry, we gotta. All right, inchworm, shoot the moon. Inchworm out. Pull that knee in, bring it across, open, push through that bottom hand. Walk it back. Knee in, extend, open, down. And remember, your modification is to walk it out and just bring your knee across, but don't do the full extend. Almost there, guys. Time for one more. Squeeze it in. Woo-hoo! That's your break. We've got alternating sumo with a knee lift coming up. That will get you a lot of breath too. You move at the right pace instead of that slow kind of teacher pace I was using in the beginning. All right, so sumo squat. We go wide, toes point wide, knees, everything going the same direction. We sumo, we lift, down, sumo. Good. Make sure that tail is pointed down to the ground. Don't let your tailbone and your booty stick out the wall behind you. Keep everything tucked down. "15 seconds. Can you land this foot lightly? Don't want to hear big thuds. One more. Perfect. So we've got that wall, diamond, push-up. And you can use the wall, you can come to your knees, you can come up to your toes even, if you're a pro at the push-up. So remember, we want that diamond grip on the wall, and when we finish, we want our chest to be on the diamond, okay? Here, and our elbows drop. Elbows drop down. Push away. Drop down. Squeeze that chest at the top. So you get to the bottom, it's triceps. At the top, extend those arms, squeeze that chest. Making sure you're keeping your shoulders down away from your ears. And again, you want to be landing right about chest at that diamond. Notice my elbows are down. So make sure you're not doing this. You want those elbows to be coming down. All right, we've got our chair sweeps. So again, we want our toes together, but we want our feet straight behind us. So if we click our heels together too, notice how it's like a flare. So you want them to be straight, zip those knees up, hips sit back, arms come up, reach energetically through your fingers, sweep. Sweep. Down. Hold low as you can in that squat. Don't come up. Knees are zipped together like two magnets or pulling them together. Good. It's like a wall sit without the wall, right? Make sure you're keeping those shoulders down away from your ears. Keep reaching like you're shooting lightning. Very appropriate today, out of your fingertips. Woo! All right. So coming down to the floor, get that V-sit with the bow and arrow. So again, guys, V-sit can be here. That's a great V-sit. This is a full V-sit, but for most of us, trying to hold that and hold our chest up and bow and arrow, it's just gonna be a little too much. It's one of those, like, we can physically do it, but are we really getting the right work out of it? We're here, I've still got this nice challenge in my core, but I'm able to hold that and still focus on squeezing through my back and through my shoulder blades and get that rotation through the core, There's a whole lot happening here. So while I don't discourage you to try to hold your feet up here, I think for most of us, you'll feel right away that suddenly that becomes your main focus, and the twist, the shoulders, the back are all secondary. Also, just a tip, guys, if you're in this pose and you're just feeling your lower back, you are leaning back too far and your core isn't strong enough to hold you, so you're just kind of dumping into your low back. So just come up further, sit back again, wait for that feeling here, and you know you found it. All right, bridge pose, get those feet in close to the booty, hip width apart, tight core, drive through those heels, squeeze that booty up to toes, squeeze your calves, drop them, down. Squeeze, squeeze, drop, drop. I need a tank top that just says squeeze. It's probably like my number one squeeze or engage. So those are like my two probably most said words in my workouts. All right, roll it over to our bellies. Superman lat pull. I know at some point you guys are probably sick of this, but it's such a great lats and kind of just your back in general are tough to work without equipment. Not impossible, but tough. And this is such a great one to hit everything with one exercise. There's definitely great machines at the gym that'll let you do lat pulls. They'll even, there's machines for this back extension. But what a great, great, great thing that we can still do it at home with nothing but the floor, our bodies, and resisting ourselves. Because again, imagine you've got a tight band that's hooked across from you, and you are pulling that band towards your chest. All right, round two down, friends. Didn't feel like that went so much faster. It's like once you know what you're doing, just moving and grooving. Definitely sweat more this round because we got a full minute in of work. So we've got about a minute and 10 seconds. Get your breath, make sure you're drinking some water. And also too, I know this isn't a long break, so the chances that you're gonna cool down, it's pretty small. But just make sure that you don't go sit down or lay down, but you keep at least a little step touch, a little pace back and forth across your space. Just keep something, just to keep that burner on warm just a little bit. All right, I'm gonna check on the video. I'll be right back, guys. Well, if this is your first foray into using body weight, I hope you're enjoying it. I definitely try to throw in some oldies but goodies, but also some new ones too. I've done quite a few, a fair amount of body weight workouts. And so I like to keep some old favorites to make sure everybody feels comfortable. We got 15 seconds, but also throw in some new things for people who work out with me a lot. And also too, people looking for those new challenges. So like the shoot the moon. I think I've done that once before. The chair sweeps, I don't think I've ever done that before. So just things to kind of change up your flow and present a new challenge. Squat and curtsy. So again, guys, watch your, there's that hair. Ooh, don't you hate those phantom hairs that you just feel forever? So with your curtsy, I want you to think about keeping it pretty narrow. So see how my knee is staying kind of in line with my other leg? What we tend to do with curtsies is get really big, this big, and see all these funky things my knees are doing? So keep it a little more narrow. That's gonna help you out a lot. Just keeps you overall in better alignment. All right, inchworm, shoot the moon. So remember, you've got options. You've got the knee twist across. You're not ready to kick it out just yet. It's a really fun pose. All right, inchworm it out. Knee up, through, open. Push wide, like you're pulling your shoulders apart. Step it back. Now I'll show you one more extra challenge, and there's a chance I might fall flat on my face doing it, but I will do my best to show you, is you can pull it up, flip it, and not touch the ground. That was not the prettiest version of that, I'm well aware. Maybe we'll try it on this side. So pull it up, flip it, don't touch the ground. That would be your most advanced version of that. I'm gonna do one more. Perfect. I feel like I missed one with my demonstration. All right, we've got sumo with knee lift. All right, let's go. Now you might need to shorten your sumo just a little bit to have the balance to shift and lift your knee. Like this is more my full sumo. And while I can do it, I definitely notice the longer I go, my stance starts to shorten in just a little bit, just something that's a little more comfortable for my hips. So don't get too hung up if you notice your sumo is a little shorter than normal. Again, we're stepping down gently. We're getting all those muscles involved with the sumo. We're also getting obliques by pulling that knee up and out to the side, getting obliques too. So the diamond push-up is really the only one that we're doing. It's not a combination exercise. We're just doing one exercise, but hitting multiple muscle groups. Everything else, we're doing multiple exercises in one. All right, we've got that diamond shape. Shoulders back and down, core nice and tight. Elbows drop down, push up. So see how they're flowing? Just the natural, kind of following that natural shape of my arm. That's what you're looking for. Don't forget at the top, extend those arms, squeeze that chest. Definitely a very advanced version of a push-up. I gotta say, I didn't even try it on my knees because I was like, I think I can make the wall work just fine. And again, we have to walk that balance, like I've been talking about with the V-sit and the bow and arrow. Can my body do it? We'll just say, yes, it could. But am I doing it with good form? Am I really using the right muscles? Am I focusing on the right muscles? Or am I just floundering through it, hoping to survive? All right, toes together, heels kicked out, knees together. Up, tail tucked down towards the floor, shoulders away from the ears. We sweep. Can you time your breath with me? Stay low. Weight towards those heels. Good, come on up. I know I changed the pattern of the sweeps a little bit. Felt like it flowed a little better, kind of resetting in the middle each time. All right, so back to those V-sits, guys. You choose your own adventure, wherever you want to be. I'll be here. A little bit of leverage to get that chest tall. And we sit back till we feel that core go, hello. And now we pull. So focus on that twist here, and then behind that shoulder, that pull. So don't just flop into the move. I'll show you what that looks like. So if I pretend I have no resistance, this is what that move looks like. Versus pull, pull. See how different that is? And it feels so incredibly different. Just imagine you've got something heavy and you're pulling it, and then let it go. Pull it, let it go. 10 seconds. Nice work. So, pretty obvious difference, right? Floppy arms versus pulling arms. All right, get that bridge set up. Get our feet in line with our hips. And close, close, close to your booty. If it hurts your knees to be this close, you don't have to be this close, but as close as you can comfortably. We engage that core, push through our heels, lift our heels, drop our heels, down. Push through your heels, lift your heels, drop your heels, down. Now a little tip that I use to make sure I'm keeping my hips even, that I'm pushing evenly, is I kind of place my hands, just like the tips of my fingers, on my hips, so I can feel what my hips are doing. Now I'm not pushing with my hands. They are literally doing nothing. They are light, light, light. But it just helps me feel like, ooh, am I favoring one hip more than the other today? Am I lifting my right hip higher than my left? Something I really keep an eye on, because as most of you know, I have scoliosis, so my back is curved. So I just naturally tend to lean to one side or the other when I do work. So I have all these little tips that I have in my head to make sure that I am working as evenly as possible. All right, stretch it back. Again, we've got our feet close. We're not sprawled out. And guys, if this is too much for you, either it's becoming too much because you're getting tired, or just in general, it's too much, then you can just do the top half and then do the bottom half separately. Top half, bottom half. Or if it's too much completely for your top half, then just do your lower, or vice versa. You might notice that you're lifting a little bit higher because those muscles are warm, your spine is loosened up. But if it's not, that's okay. Again, as long as you're feeling that squeeze all down your back body, you are doing it right. All right, guys, last break. We've got one round left. Whew. I'm sweating. I'm breathy. It feels good. It's not that effort of I'm going to die, but it's an effort of I'm working. I'm doing solid work. Love it. All right, 1 minute. Pop around, take the video, and I'll meet you back here for our last round. Woo! All right, all right, all right. We've got 37 seconds into the last round. So, what could you do differently for this last round to get the most out of this workout? Can you squat a little lower? Can you pull a little harder? Can you go a little deeper into your diamond push-up? This is the last round. The last time you have to do any of these exercises. So think about that. How can I challenge myself in this last round? Or if it's all about survival at this point, then it's about survival at this point, and you just hang in there and you keep pushing and you do the best you can. We are all at different places in our journey. All of us. Everybody's journey looks different. And honestly, everybody's journey changes from day to day, right? Like we wake up with different bodies every day. I spent the last 2 days, most of every moment of the past 2 days, with like my whole body just hurting, like arthritis feeling, but all through my whole body. It's terrible. And I was trying to do my yoga class and I was laying on my mat, almost in tears, just thinking like, oh my gosh, I just want this to stop. And you know, it does. It's just, we all get different challenges every day. We get different bodies every day. And we just make the best. And we push through, or pushing through is not what you need that day, then you take a break. It is not always about pushing through. It is not about suffering. Whew. And that's Tracy's TED Talk today. But you know, I just like to be honest with you guys. I feel like if we pose it as every day is rosy, I wake up feeling top of my fitness game every day. And then you don't feel that way. You feel like something's wrong with you, right? Good job, friends. If you got the hang of this now, have some fun with it. Think about some grace. Think about like, I'm a dancer, you know? And what that really helps you do is open up. Because aside from all the strength that's in this move, it's also about opening up those shoulders, that chest, elongating your spine. Beautiful, guys. All right, so that was done. Last time you had to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed Shoot the Moon. I think it's fun. It comes up in yoga class. I don't say often, but when it does, it's such a fun pose. For those reasons I said, it's like a challenge, but you can feel kind of graceful and beautiful in it at the same time. Speaking of graceful, we're setting that foot down lightly, controlling it all the way down. It takes a lot of strength in your plant leg to do that, because you're counting on that plant leg to lower you slow. Hands here are optional. Something about doing this pose with my hands this way just feels right. We're doing this movement. You can tell I'm practicing yoga a lot more. I keep calling things poses. All right, guys, so we've got our wall diamond push-up coming up. So we're going to get that diamond hand, and we're dropping our chest to the diamond. Elbows are down, not up here. Extend those arms, squeeze that chest together at the top. Make the girls meet. Those chair sweeps. So guys, I encourage you, you have 4 exercises left. Work to that bell. I know you hear the ding, ding, the 3, 2, 1, and usually that means, oh, I can start slowing down. Work through the bell, friends. All right, so we have our knees zipped up, toes together, tail tucked underneath us. Reach up, shoot that energy out. Breathe with me. Started sweating into my eyeball. Ah. All right, guys, down to the floor. All right, last 3. So we've got our V-sit with the pullbacks. So think about all those things I've told you already. How can I make this the strongest exercise where I feel everything I should be feeling? So you should be feeling middle abs here. You should be feeling obliques and behind your shoulders. Middle, obliques and shoulders. Yes, I'm breathing loudly because I want to remind you how important it is. Chest proud and tall. Good work, friends. Just like you to hear me breathing, because it's going to remind you to do so. Even if it reminds you by you going, gosh, she sounds so weird. Why does she do that? That's okay. All right. Feet in line with those hips. Core engaged. Drive through those heels. Lift them. Drop them. Down. You should feel a big old booty squeeze at the top. Really lift those heels if you get to the top. Squeeze those calves. Woo! All right, friends, last exercise, and we are done. Whew, let's come onto our belly. Stretch those legs back. Whew, like everything's sticking to me. We've got our legs close to one another. Arms out to make a V. Roll those shoulders back and down. Elbows to ribs. And make sure you're keeping your head in line with your spine. So don't lead with your head as you come up. Nice and long. Almost there, guys. Woo! Ah, awesome, awesome, awesome. Ah, you did it. Whew. I hope you were sweating and a little winded like me. Oh, man, that was really a fun workout. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that this was a great exploration of what you can do with body weight. That it's not only body weight, that it is body weight. It is heavy work, it is hard work. It takes a lot of strength to move your heavy body. And by heavy, I mean, it's all relative, right? If you're a frame for a 100-pound person, then a 100-pound person, 100 pounds is a lot for you, right? Or if you're a frame for a 200-pound person, 200 pounds is a lot for you. You know, like, I keep restating that because I don't want people to get hung up on saying, well, yeah, I weigh 175 pounds at the time. That is not what I mean. So I hope you guys understand what I'm meaning with what it takes to move your body and to move it in ways like this, where you're sometimes holding all of your body weight with one foot and one arm, or one foot completely, or one arm, you know? So think about that. It's really a pretty phenomenal feat. Amazing the bodies are. So guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this workout. I plan to have another one coming at you on Saturday. So if you have anything that you'd like to see, let me know. I haven't wrote that class yet. So I'm happy to try to entertain any ideas that you guys might have if you have some suggestions. Otherwise, please like, share, subscribe, follow. Leave me a review for these videos. I don't think I have any video reviews. I have reviews of my training and my group fitness, but I don't think I have any video reviews. So that would be awesome. Anything you can do to help get our word out. And lastly, if you wish to donate any funds for these classes, Venmo at Strong Style Fit is where you'll find me. Donations are appreciated, but if you cannot give, I'm happy you are here. Guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in a few days.